So I know I don't want this to become a reaction channel, but I do kind of enjoy looking at trailers, especially given in the context of what I said in my last video about the Superman trailer and how important I find they can be, and when they're done really well, they can tell their own little story rather than just try and sell you on the thing that they're about. So I'm going to check out the Andor Season 2 trailer. Now, I know this is not a proper video, and I had said in my 2025 update video that I wanted to get up to doing 2 video essays a month at least. I haven't managed that. We've had a few car issues lately, and the long and short of it is that we spent a week now without access to our car, well, my wife's car, and as she's a wheelchair user, and based on because of where we live, our area, it's really difficult, if not just impossible, for her to get out of the house without the car. So I've been running all her errands, as well as my own errands, my usual daily tasks around the house, and my full-time job. So I just haven't had the time or the spoons to sit down and get the work done. So to get myself back into the swing of things, I'm going to check out this trailer and then get back to work on my script and try and get it shot and edited as quickly as I can. So here we go. Yeah, Andor Season 2. Let's check it out. Okay.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win?
This is interesting. I'm liking the vibe of the song. Pretty cool. Nice.
What a swell party this is.
What a swell party this is? I'm not sure about that line. Very stylish looking. Okay. I like to start that she's back. Cool. I'm getting obviously a very 60s vibe out of this. Okay, so we're leaning into the 1960s civil rights movement in a big way. That's quite cool.
Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
I never liked Saul Guerrero as a character. Very 1960s, I like it. I never liked Saul Guerrero as a character, really, you know. I don't know, it's just a bit too much for me.
Don't use.
No, don't want that stupid thing on. Right. Yeah, just get back out of that. So, what do we think of that? It's looking a lot more stylish than Season 1 of Andor. I had a lot of issues getting into that series, as I said. Partly because I'm not the biggest fan of prequels in general, unless they're going to do something really interesting and new with the story. Say the way that Strange New Worlds is exploring very different aspects of the legacy characters that have come back for it, and we're just seeing it's really being its own thing rather than just focusing too heavily on setting up what we already know. Which is the biggest problem you can get with a prequel thing, is that it just becomes member berries for, remember this thing's going to happen in the future. You know, that's a terrible way to do a sequel. But with Andor as well, I found Cassian difficult to connect with. His characterization at the start of the series was very muddled and inconsistent, I found. But once he went on the run and then got arrested and went to the prison, once that kicked in, I found the season really took off. And I really liked all the parts that weren't actually about Cassian at all. So I am glad to see that we're seeing those recurring characters. You know, the ISB agent, I can't remember her name. Obviously, Mon Mothma stuff that she's got going on, that's going to be good there. Luthien, I have two minds about him. He seemed, I don't know, just perfect at everything. In season 1, I don't find him very interesting. I'd like to see more. Apart from his big speech about how he's, you know, burned his life for a sunrise he'll never see, it seems more like, it feels more justification. I hope they explore a bit more of his character. You know, does he actually feel any turmoil or regret for what he's done, or is he just so gone that he will actually give up anything happily, and he's just trying to convince people that there's any choice for the matter. Saw Gerrera is a weird one because his characterization is so different between Rebels and Clone Wars and Andor and Rogue One. I mean, Forrest Whitaker is a phenomenal actor, but the choices he's making with how he performs it, every line he says, he sounds like he's desperate. And I don't mean desperate as in he's going to do anything. It's like he sounds weak, uncertain about himself. He lacks any confidence in the things he's trying to do. Kind of like he's already lost the fight, which it's an interesting way of exploring a character, but it differs so much from how he was presented in the animated shows. But yeah, this looks good. This looks fun. It's like I say about trailers. Look at this, when they try to give off a vibe, you know, a purpose, not a purpose, but they're trying to tell you what this is going to feel like. And this feels like it's definitely going to lean more into a bit lighter. Like we're getting a bit more of our typical Star Warsy stuff, which probably won't please everybody. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that season more now than I was, which means the trailer has done its job. Okay, Andor Season 2. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and if you haven't, please like and subscribe. Now, I'm going to go back to work.